Welcome, virtual yogis. Welcome to another short yoga session with me. I hope you're all doing well and that you had a good half term. So today we're going to be doing a short sequence, a little bit of warm up, one sun salutation, and then moving through our warrior poses with affirmations. So affirmations, some of you may have done this with me before in class. For those of you that haven't and maybe have never heard the word affirmation before, what is it? So a positive affirmation is maybe just one word or a sentence that we repeat to ourselves in order to sort of help ourselves feel better, maybe feel more confident in something that we're doing, to feel stronger. So for instance, an example of a positive affirmation might be something like, I am brilliant, I am loving, I can do this. It can be that simple. So, and when we repeat these things to ourselves, we're creating these positive little pathways in our brain. So in the same way, you might have some negative affirmations which you may be aware of, or you may not even notice that much. Something that when you try and do something, you might have a little voice that says, oh, I'm not very good at that, or I can't do that as well as so-and-so, or oh, you're never going to be able to do that. We have a little voice that before we even try or start something, maybe says, nah, not really, you're not very good at this. So this little pathway, this little negative pathway, is just a little pathway in our brain, a neural pathway, and we can counter that with a positive affirmation. So we can create new pathways of positivity in our brain. And this can be really powerful. So, top athletes often use positive affirmations to improve their performance, to improve their confidence, which, in the end improves how they perform. And the same is for all of us, even if we're not top athletes. If we come and start from a place of positivity and self-belief, we are much more likely to succeed at whatever it is that we're trying to do than if we start from a place of self-doubt and thinking I can't do it. So this is really powerful for everyone and for anything that you're wanting to achieve. So a couple of things. Sometimes in my classes I like to make little affirmation cards. So you could think of an affirmation that works for you, and you can write it down on a little bit of card, and you can maybe stick it on your bathroom mirror, so that every morning when you go to clean your teeth, before you clean your teeth in the morning and before you go to bed at night, you repeat your affirmation to yourself. Maybe, 5 times or something like that. I am brilliant. I can do this. Whatever your affirmation is. And it's always really important with your affirmation that it is in the present tense. It's not I will be able to, or I want to be able to. It's I am, I can, I do. So that's the one really important thing. Yeah, you can even use your little affirmation card as a bookmark or something like that, just having it somewhere that you'll see it every day, so that you can sort of encourage this positive affirmation in yourself. Just in the same way that we eat healthy foods to build a strong, healthy body, we kind of have healthy, positive thoughts to help us have a positive mindset. So let's get started without further ado and a bit less talking. Let's just come to allow ourselves to settle, just taking a few moments to quieten down so we can just check in with ourselves. So if you're comfortable to close the eyes, you can close the eyes. Otherwise, just lowering the gaze, softening the gaze, allowing the hands to rest on the knees and the lap. The shoulders are relaxed. Taking a moment to notice the sit bones as they connect down to the ground, and having a sense of the spine lengthening towards the sky. Taking a moment to notice the breath as it moves in and out of your body. And just having a little check-in with how you're feeling today. And trying to allow whatever you're feeling to just be there. So sometimes if there's something that we don't like that we're feeling, we may try and push that away. But we try and allow everything just to be as it is. And we just come to notice it. Notice how we're feeling now, and we'll have another check-in at the end of this session and notice how we're feeling then. Okay, if you've had your eyes closed, you can come to gently open your eyes, and we'll just come and take 3 deep mindful breaths with the chime. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, let's come and do a little bit of gentle warm up for the body. Let's come to start. We can keep our hands on our knees and we'll come to start with some of these spinal circles. Remember, you can make these circles really small. How small can you make them? You can make them really big, where you bring the whole body forward and round to the back. Just noticing what feels useful for my body today. Maybe a medium-sized circle. Or coming to try them all and seeing what feels best for you. Just going in the other direction. Coming to feel those connections down from the lower back into the pelvis, to the sit bones and the thighs. And then let's come and take the right hand down, one hand down and the other arm up. Doesn't matter which one really. We're going to come and do both sides. So we're just opening into the side body, getting a little bit of space between those ribs, opening into the side to side. And we can even go a little bit side and feeling that bounce in the hand and pushing off a gentle wee as we go over. I'm not sure which side I started on, but we'll come and finish there, and we'll come and just bring the arms up like we're gathering some energy, and we're bringing it down through into our heart centers. Brilliant. Okay, now let's come and do a little bit of foot waking up. And we're going to come and stand in our warriors. It's kind of important that our feet are a little bit switched on, so we're just coming to wiggle the toes, move the feet backwards and forwards, and then come and find some circles with the ankles. So we're getting a little bit of movement in our ankles, getting our ankles to be activated, so that when we come to do some standing poses in our sun salutation, we've got that balance. Okay, and then let's come onto all fours, and we'll come and wave through the spine with our cat-cow. So finding a stable all fours position where you feel safe and stable. Then we're going to come and breathe in, we're lifting the tailbone, looking forward, breathing out, arching through the back and between the shoulder blades, like an angry cat. Coming forward, lifting the tailbone, letting the tummy drop, and then coming the other way. So maybe imagining that movement through the vertebrae of the spine. There's little bones that make up your backbone. Forward, one more time, arching, and then we're going to come to a neutral spine. That means we're not looking up or looking down, we're just kind of relaxed. We're going to tuck our toes under, and we're going to come and stretch a little bit through the soles of our feet. Ooh. Stretching your toes and the soles of your feet. If you've still got socks on, it's a good idea maybe to take them off now, so that your feet really are getting that stimulation. If it's too intense to be stretching your feet like that, you can always put your hands down and come and ease the stretch off a little bit. So remember, we can always come and modify whatever we're doing to suit our bodies. We've all got different bodies. We've all had a different night's sleep the night before, so how one person is feeling is never the same as another. So let's come and lift up one knee, or actually let's lift up both knees, and we'll come and stretch a little bit through the front of the feet. Okay, and then let's come, I'll just come to face you here. Let's come to do our wrists a little bit, having the fingers facing behind us, and we're just going a little bit from side to side from this kneeling pose, and maybe you can feel that around your wrist and your hand. Then we're going to take the tops of the hands down, the fingers facing behind us. And we're just going to notice how that is, and then we're going to come and just Turn the wrists, finding this rotation. We're going to squeeze the fingers in and stretch them out, really squeezing in and really stretching through those fingers. One more time, squeezing in, stretching out, and then letting your hands be floppy, 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 floppy. Shake, 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 shake. Brilliant. Okay, taking a moment to just notice how the whole of the body feels again. And we're going to come to find we're just going to do one round of sun salutation. So let's come onto all fours again. We're going to tuck our toes under, going to lift into our downward dog, and we're just going to walk our feet forward towards our hands. Then we're going to have maybe a bend in our knees, let our sit bones come down behind the heels and just come and roll up through the back of the body. Just got to tuck my plant away, otherwise I think I'm going to headbutt the plant on the way down. So let's come to the top of our mat or wherever it is you're practicing and take a moment to stand in mountain and to feel the soles of your feet. Breathing in, bringing the arms up. Breathing out, we're going to fold forwards, bringing the hands through the midline of the body. And bring the hands down on either side of the feet, having a bend in the knees. Breathing in, we're stepping back with the right foot, and then we're holding the breath and coming into our nice strong plank. From there, we're going to breathe out and lower the knees, lower the body to the ground. We can keep the hands where they are and come up, breathing in into a really small baby cobra where we're just lifting the chest up. You can even see if you can take your hands off and still keep your chest up. And then breathing out, we're going to come up through child pose into our downward dog, into that V shape. And here, we're just going to take a few breaths. And remember, if it's difficult to follow the breathing patterns as we're going through the sun salutation, just come and breathe so that you're comfortable and so that you can do the movements comfortably. Just letting your head and neck be relaxed. We can come and bend one knee and straighten the other. On the next breath in, we're going to step the right foot in between the hands. If it doesn't quite get there, you can use your hand to help. Breathing out, we're going to let the left foot come and join it. Breathing in, let's take the arms out wide, like a big circle. Bring the arms up and then down through the centre. Taking a moment just to notice how the body feels. We're going to come and do the other side. Breathing in, breathing out. Hands in front of the heart. Breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, bringing the hands down through the centre. Breathing in, stepping back with the left leg this time, lowering the knee down. We hold the breath as we come into our plank. Breathing out, we let the knees lower down, we lower the whole body down. Keeping the tops of the feet move down, we come into that little baby cobra. Breathing out, we're coming back through our child pose and our downward dog. And again, we're going to take a few breaths here. You can come and have a little bit of movement, or you can come to be still, just making sure your head and neck is nice and relaxed. You can nod yes, yes, no, no, just to make sure there's no tension in your neck. And making sure we're not pushing out through the knees. So we don't want to be pushing out through the knee joints, letting there be a little tiny bend in the knee joints. Breathing in, we're going to step forward with the left foot, and then breathing out with the right. Breathing in, taking the arms out wide, and breathing out, hands in front of the heart. Standing mountain, just again taking a moment to pause so we can just notice the effect of the movement on the body. Noticing how it feels around the chest, around the lungs, and the temperature of the body. Okay, so now we're going to come into our warrior poses. So we're going to do a little warrior sequence, and it's going to start with our warrior two. So for our warrior two, and actually before we step into the warrior, I'm going to just have a little discussion of the affirmation. So I'm going to say, what's my affirmation going to be? I am strong, I believe in myself. Okay, so you can either say that affirmation with me, or you can think of a different one for yourself. And when we say the affirmation, you can say your own affirmation. If you can't think of anything right now and you need a bit of time to think about it, you can just say the affirmation with me and then figure out your own one later on as well. So whatever works for you. We're going to step back with our right foot. So the right foot is a bit of a sort of 45-degree angle, and it's behind the left foot. So for our warrior two position, we come to bend that left knee. Okay, so we're feeling quite stable here, making sure you're feeling stable and strong through the feet. If you need to bring the foot closer together or take it further apart, we don't want the knee going too far over the ankle, ideally. And also making sure the knee sometimes has a bit of a tendency to want to come inwards, seeing if we can keep it moving outwards. Okay, and then we're going to bring our arms up. And so this position, we're kind of rooting down through the feet and the legs down to the ground, but we're rising up again through the spine and the crown of the head towards the sky. And we're strong. The shoulders are nice and soft and relaxed, but we've got power in the fingertips, maybe imagining some light coming out of the fingertips, gazing over your front fingertips. Okay, and I'm going to say my affirmation. Breathing in, I am strong, I believe in myself. From here, I'm going to turn the front palm up. I'm going to take the back hand down. I'm going to draw that rainbow, feeling the opening of my body. And then from here, I'm going to bring the arms down and we're going to go into our warrior three, which is the balance. I am balanced. I'm going to come up onto my back toes and I'm going to come and find my warrior three. Now remember, you can always use a wall to help you balance. You always can keep the back foot down. So, just come and have a play with this and you can say an affirmation whilst you're in this pose. I am balanced. Or I am brilliant. Whatever your affirmation wants to be. From there, we can bring the back foot down and we'll turn that front foot in and just come take a moment in our wide-legged standing. Just to breathe, and we're going to come and do the other side. So remember, we always do both sides for our yoga. So we're going to turn the other foot out and we're going to set up our warrior two again on this side. So again, we've got that back foot at the 45-degree angle. We're coming to bend the knee, bringing the arms out, noticing the shoulders, feeling those fingertips alive with energy, maybe light streaming out of them. Gaze over the middle finger. And breathing in, we're going to say our affirmation. Breathing in. I am strong. I believe in myself. I'm going to turn the palm up, opening up with the side body. And then again, coming all the way forwards. We're going to come onto our back toes and we're just going to come and move into that warrior three. I am balanced. I am calm. I can do it. Down, coming back to our wide-legged stance. We'll come and heel toe our feet in, bringing our hands together. We're going to come down into a squat. Remember, the heels don't have to be on the floor for our squat. It's a little bit of a balance here on our toes. Take the hands down behind us. And we're just going to come and find our seat again. Just taking a moment to check in with yourself. How are you feeling? We're just going to come and have another short moment of quiet before we end our session. So, coming again to find your comfortable seat, however that may be, allowing your hands to rest wherever they're resting on the body, connecting down through the sit bones, feeling that downwards connection to the ground and feeling the rising, the lengthening of the spine towards the sky. Gently closing the eyes or keeping the gaze lowered. Maybe repeating that affirmation one more time to yourself as you sit here. I am strong. I believe in myself. I am strong. I believe in myself. Say it one more time. I am strong. I believe in myself. Just notice how whatever affirmation you've said to yourself, how does it feel in your body when you say that? Just coming to be aware of how that feels. Just allowing yourself to sit with that for a moment, however it is. Coming to gently open your eyes. So just to say, sometimes when we start working with affirmations, we're not used to, I've worked with children before, and when I ask them to say something positive or affirm something positive about themselves, often they have this sense that they're being boastful or arrogant in some ways, and so they don't feel comfortable to say something positive about themselves. But I always sort of say, I think it's a really different thing to take pride and have love for yourself. Isn't necessarily boastful or arrogant. I think when we come and try and make someone else feel lesser by saying, oh, I'm better than you at this, or I'm so good at this and you're not, then that's something very different. But just acknowledging your own self-worth is not boastful or arrogant. It's a really healthy thing to do, and it's fine to notice that maybe you feel uncomfortable acknowledging that in yourself as well. So sometimes when we say a positive affirmation, or we try and think of something that we want to say, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable in the body because we're not really used to doing that so much. So that's totally fine. And like with anything, the more we practice it, the more comfortable it becomes, the more easy it becomes. So I hope that you enjoyed this and that it's of a benefit to you, and I hope to see you soon. Let's bring our hands in front of our hearts. We'll all bow to each other. Namo Vaha. Namaste. I hope you all have a brilliant day. Bye.